Hey guys, Insomnia here with some more AFK Arena. Today we are back on the test servers and we're going over our final trial today, which the new event is up. As you can see here, Zaphrael's bountiful trials are up. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to clean these out. Then we'll go over his skills and abilities. So as we can see, we do get one free elite hero here. We do get a rare hero as well as some resources, a couple more diamonds to begin the trial. So this one is very unique. This is the first one that actually is just kind of very straightforward. So of course we have Mariel in there. So we'll just start. As you can see, it is just straight up, then straight down. So let's go ahead. We'll just start here on the bottom on the left-hand side, going with the combinations here. As you can see here, he is looking like a Zeus kind of character is kind of what I equate him to. But we're going to go with Almas and we're going to go with Tassie and this bottom position, as well as Namora and Leica. As you can see, we are running the 4 Wilders here. We do have the Celestial, so that makes the 5th Wilder. In the trials, we have seen that the set bonuses make a very big difference when it comes to being able to defeat the trials. Set bonuses do make a big difference when it comes to the attack. And of course, looking up here, the attack and the hit points of the heroes with the 5-piece set bonus. So looking at his damage here, 2.76, so not too bad. We know with this team comp, overall Leica just boosting his attack, Namora there for support, Almas just as a little bit of healing and shielding to get the victory on this one. So very easy combination there. So we'll just continue up this left side of the trials. This one we're going to go again with Almas and Tassie. We're going to go with Namora, so the exact same formation with the 5 set bonus here versus a little bit of a different team comp. As you can see, Zaphrael just got hit up by Nara, got drugged to the other side. Perfect heal from Namora, super solid support, and her Beguile ability is really powerful as well. So if you don't have Namora built, she is definitely a hero that I would recommend building. So looking at this one, 2.65, so doing again a decent amount of damage. Remember, this does have an effect because Leica does carry her defensive debuff, so she actually nerfs the enemy's defense by 25%. So continuing up here, looks like we do have Scrag, and we do have, of course, the big Mizoth, the tongue-licking guy. So here we're going to go with Talene and Brutus. Not too many times do you see Brutus, but here he is. We'll go and put Zaphrael in the top, and then we'll go Iran, of course, in the middle with Nemitsu. Nemitsu is another hero. I absolutely endorse him. Love the totems. I have him at a plus 30 signature item on the Mauler account, as well as having him with his furniture. Totems in the survivability, as you can see, the totem is actually right here in the back with his signature item at a plus 30. Totems are very hard to kill because they have a lot more hit points. Even here, 1.79, so definitely doing a little bit of damage here. He has been the top damage dealer so far for every trial that we have done with him. So continuing, moving up. This one, it looks like we got a couple Maulers here, so we're stuck with Scrag and Brutus again. This one, we're actually going to go, as you can see, Graveborn, so we're going to go with Pharrell, and we're going to go with Isabella on this one. So Pharrell and Isabella in the back. We're going to go with Torn, and Torn is a hero. Again, if you watched the last video, a lot of people have said he is very underrated, especially with his plus 30 signature item, that he has the ability to solo teams. Every time that I've used him, just like we just seen here, he dies relatively quick. I don't see the survivability with him. He has a tendency to die really early, doesn't do really that much damage. Healing and shielding, definitely pretty good, but overall has a tendency to die. I do have plus 20 signature item on the Graveborn account, 1.73. So we continue with Zaphrael doing the most damage of anyone that we see here. So we're going to give Torn the benefit of the doubt and go with the same lineup here, which, as you can see, his trial is pretty easy. So far, we've had a lot of similar, the same lineups. You see the Thunderbolt ability up there. You see the Lightning Cloud, which is very cool. There's his ultimate ability. Hits kind of a straight shot, similar to Sirius's Waves. 1.4, 1.57, so he does get out damaged just slightly by Isabella on this one. So go ahead, collect up our chest. And the next one has Estrilda. So she is very powerful. Remember, she does have the pushback. So this one, we're actually going to go with Lucius and Arthur, and then we'll go with Rowan as our ultimate support hero, and Athalia to take out Pharrell, because Pharrell, remember, is very, very difficult to deal with. As you can see, displaced right off the bat from Oden, but Athalia over there, which Warwick is just working on her, but there is the reason everyone loves Rowan. Athalia just drinks one of his potions, gets right back into action. Arthur, super solid tank. He is definitely by far my favorite dimensional hero, followed by Nakaruru. 1.29 million. Again, he out damages everybody that we have here. And of course, as you can see right in the middle, this is our final chest. But we will start in this top right side with our battles up here. We're going to stick with Arthur on this one, dropping Rowan. Rowan makes an absolute incredible pseudo tank if you haven't used him. Aziz, always locking out ultimate abilities, has a ultimate ability that actually reduces the defense rating. Feeble Mind is super powerful, and of course he does have his plus 50 energy regen ability. Absolutely just destroys teams. One of the strongest heroes that we had. A while ago, nobody ever used Aziz. 1.85, so just a little bit of slack in damage there, but Athalia does a lot more damage. Picking him up in this one. Like I was saying, Aziz is a hero that nobody ever used until really the Twisted Essence come out. Once the Twisted Essence came out, a lot more people started using Aziz overall, which was very, very cool. So as you can see here, we're going with Arthur, and we're going with... now I'm drawing a blank on his name, but it is his trial. Sophia, we have Rowan, and we have Athalia here. Zaphrael, that's his name. Some reason just drawing a blank. As you can see, we got the tornado. He popped right in the back. Because remember, the heroes that are the closest to the allied side, he got 5 kills there. So he definitely did a lot of damage. 4.32 million damage. So definitely putting up some big numbers in this battle. So go ahead and pick our chest here, which get a couple more resources. So moving just straight down this line, this one is an interesting combination. So actually in this one, we use Titus and Torn. Titus, a lot of people have started using as of lately. Very, very powerful hero because of the crowd control aspect. Look at the pushback. There's the fear. So right there, 3 of the 5 heroes on this side were feared, allowing us to continuously do damage while they just sit there completely feared. Hoping Taline doesn't come back up. We got it before Taline got back up. Zaphrael doing quite a bit of damage there. 2 million, 1 million, 1.47, even though Gwen died a little bit early on this one. Zaphrael definitely kicking up some damage. So coming on down, we have Cirrus and we have Saurus. So here is a pretty interesting combo. So we're actually going to drop Zaphrael in the top, followed by Brutus, which again, you never see very much because Eron's going to pull everybody up. And of course, Taline, who is our main support hero here, is going to bring a lot of healing to this team. The Eron-Brutus combo is strong if you can get Brutus to do damage. That's really the big thing, because Brutus can roar, increasing the damage, allowing Eron to do more damage. 2 million damage there, as you can see. But the combination, if Brutus was a little bit better hero, Eron-Brutus would be a absolute brutal combo to run, and to run consistently. So we only have 2 more trials here, and these trials will be completely done. This one we're going for Brutus again, and we're going to go with actually Screg. Screg, definitely the best Mauler tank. Screg is absolutely amazing. We'll put a Nimisu, because remember here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That gives us our 5 set faction bonus with this team, which is how you win the trials. Seeing the heroes that really build together, as you can see, Zaphrael went right in the middle of the back line. Got quite a bit of healing there. Thunderstorm is up, just electrifying enemies. And this one we might see a defeat, but Taline popped back up for the win. Look at that. Very, very close trial there. 1.94, 1 million, 1.6, 1.5. So doing okay. Screg out damaging everybody in this trial. And we just have our final one left, which of course is going to be a very unique setup as well. So this one we're actually going with Rigby and Hendrick, which again, not too many combinations that you see there. But this one we are relying on the pushback, which actually won't happen. But Gwen doing the damage on Nimisu on the other side. There we go, look at the back line. Nimisu and Verk completely destroyed by the fire ability that Gwen brings. There's the rain taking down the rest of the team. We do have the enemy Scrag just down there trying to kill us out. But again, this is going to be another quick one, but we do have Thunderbolt up. There we go. We got done. So that will conclude our trial. This is our final chest here, so that cleans out all of the single trials. So that will unlock our champion chest here for our free elite hero that we have been collecting up. So at this point of the video, we are done with the trial. We're going to go ahead and run through his skills. If you have not seen his skills, stick around. If not, the trial is completely done. So of course we do have Lightning Purge. Zaphrael teleports to the side of battle, which has the most enemies on it, and fires 7 powerful bolts of lightning across the battlefield. That was the ult you've seen, which is kind of like a whole beam of lightning that is going across. 180 damage per lightning bolt. Each enemy that the bolt strikes. Damage is increased up to 200% at level 3. The thunderstorm was the cloud that you actually seen above the battlefield. Summons a thundercloud that exists for 18 seconds, which strikes the enemy target nearest to Zaphrael every 4 seconds. So pretty much every 4 seconds, they're going to go ahead and get zapped, dealing 150% damage to them and also causing them to be temporarily stunned, which is a huge effect to stun heroes. Remember, stuns in this game are what wins the battles. The temporary stuns, the Pharrell with the Horrify, slows and stuns are what wins the battle. As you can see, level 3, the Thundercloud deals an additional damage equal to 5% of the enemy target's max health. Additional damage cannot exceed 200% of Zaphrael's attack rating. So the higher his attack rating, the more damage it can possibly do, capped at 200. And of course, level 4 is damage increased to 170%, bringing us to the Lightning Arc. Zaphrael teleports behind the enemy that is closest to his ally side of the battlefield and knocks them to the ground, dealing 230% AoE damage to the target and nearby enemies. Simultaneously, Zaphrael receives a shield that is able to mitigate damage equal to 8 of his own attack rating, which has a duration of 500% seconds. Which again, I think lost in translation some of this. They'll probably clean it up in some of the patches. When the shield exists, Zaphrael uses melee attacks, and once the shield disappears, Zaphrael shall immediately return to his original position. Level 2, the value of the shield is increased to 700% of attack rating value. And then of course, level 3, the damage is increased to 250%. Static Charge, which this is his passive ability. During battle, when enemies are dealt damage, they are simultaneously electrified for 10 seconds. So you get 10 seconds of electrified enemies. When electrified enemies are dealt damage that exceeds 12% of their maximum health, the electric shall be transferred to the next closest enemy, causing the nearby enemy to lose health that is equal to 30% of the initial attack's damage. So again, the more damage that Zaphrael is going to deal, it is going to allow him to do more damage in return, causing the nearby enemy to lose health that is equal to 30%. As you can see, level 2 and level 3, electric transfer now occurs when damage exceeds 10% of the health, and then enemy target receives 50% of the initial attack's damage. So again, the more damage, it's just going to arc to other heroes. When the static charge hits other heroes, it's going to do additional damage to them. So very cool ability. He is a mage class, meaning that overall in the Elder Tree, not really a priority. Signature item, when using the ability Lightning Arc, which is what we just talked about, Zaphrael's normal and melee attacks become even more powerful, dealing 60% damage 9 times to an enemy, also interrupting their current action. Now, while the damage is good for the melee attack, the interrupting the current action is really the strong point of having his signature item, because anytime you can stun, anytime you can interrupt, that is what wins the battles. As you can see, your damage goes to 70, 80%, and then the plus 30, the ability Thunderstorm targets an additional 1 enemy target, which is absolutely huge. For him to maximize his damage, the Thunderstorm ability, remember, is up for 18 seconds and hits one target that is closest to him. Having one additional target means, similar to Soulless with her Floral Spectre, where it hits one target, then it hits two, plus 30, it hits three. Having one additional target for one of his primary attacks as Thunderstorm is going to be huge. So to really maximize his damage, you are going to have him at a plus 30 ability. Now the furniture. This is where it gets interesting. When an enemy deals damage to Zaphrael, they will be stunned for 0.5 seconds. Remember, when they hit him, when they deal damage to him, they're going to be stunned, which on the other side, when you look at his wife, with her ability, when they get hit, their damage gets reduced with the Hellfire ability that she possesses. So they're both kind of similar. Stunned enemies cannot be stunned again for 8 seconds. This ability shall still stun its target even if its damage was completely mitigated. So if the hero is shielded, they will get stunned, which makes him very, very powerful when it comes to the crowd control aspect. The 9-piece bonus is where it's really interesting. When an enemy deals damage to Zaphrael, they are stunned for 2 seconds. Stunned enemies cannot be stunned again for 8 seconds. So essentially, every 10 seconds, you're going to get a 2-second stun. This ability shall still stun its target, even if damage was completely mitigated by the enemy. So essentially, every 10 seconds, you have a stun. Now you combine that, of course, with his other ability, which is the Thunderstorm. Thunderstorm will also leave them temporarily stunned. Now you combine that with a plus 30 signature item. Now it hits 2 targets with the ability to stun 2 targets and his furniture bonus to stun additional targets. Makes him not only a very, very high priority hero because of his stuns and his crowd control ability, but overall it seems like he is going to do significant damage, coupled with, like I was saying earlier, him being a celestial hero. Meaning that if you're running 3 or 4 heroes that are of the same faction, he can make up your 5th hero, similar to Talene. Even running him and Talene together with 3 other faction heroes will give you the 5-set bonus to really make them shine. And that is what they kind of stressed in the arena trials. So right now you can actually pick either one. I believe the Destiny choice just came available on the live server. You get 1 copy of other heroes. Most people say that they're going with Lakrita versus Zaphrael. Let me know in the comments who you're going with and who you want to build, who you would like to see. On the pay-to-win account, we're going to choose one and try to get a couple more copies of one of them. Hopefully, we have a lot of stones to use, quite a few gems to use to go ahead and put some into the Stargazer. So again, let me know in the comments what you guys think, who you guys are looking at choosing. And as always, thank you guys for watching.